dimension. Bearded warriors. Trapped in an eternity of vapid space. Doomed to wander the galaxy. Broadcasting their nonsense to the void. This is StarCast.
And then he said, "Why the long?"
Hi.
Hello.
Well, it depends on when you turn the mute off. Because if all you heard was us giggling, then you missed the best part.
It's the most inappropriate part.
Thanks. In terms of music, I've done. I work in classical music. I've done some concert work, which is cool, and I also work in other games. And I work good game that I'm proud of have worked on is, for example, Audio Surf. I don't know if you know that. It's a music game. I really liked it. It's another game I really like to work on was Vampire Story, which was actually done by the artist lead from LucasArts that did Monkey Island. So that was a very cool thing. Really like that.
Hold on one second. The chat says we're muted.
Yeah, I'm muted. I'm muted. I'm better now. It's not. We can't start the show without me being muted ever.
Wait a minute. Was it just you, or was it all of us?
It was just me and you, Trende, and everybody else they could hear.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Sorry, Pedro.
No problem. So I also worked on a bit on Witcher 3. I worked also
Witcher 3?
in Civilization. Yep.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
we're excited about that game.
Yeah, it's a cool game. I'm more excited about First Citizen, I must say.
Oh yeah.
I must say, and I also worked.
So
a bit
does it get awkward scoring music for something that has digital nudity in it?
Absolutely.
He's not scoring the love scenes, but
I did. It was a very limited work in there, and so, but it was a very cool experience, and I scored one of the themes from there. So it's one of the main themes. So it's cool. And another game I worked also was Civilization 5, which was cool. So in games, basically like that. And I've been working on some feature films and short films, and which is so. What I also work in a lot in high-profile commercials for TV, and for Star Citizen as well. But I have a lot of experience from TV, so that's cool. And it's so I always try to work a bit in every field where music can be used and try to do it with some, effectively. It's actually a very good learning experience because you learn from each industry a lot. So there are some things that you learn from the classical industry. I will call it an industry because it is an industry as well. And that you don't learn from film scoring, and you learn stuff from film scoring that you don't learn in game scoring, and etc. So it's very good for me to be working in everything. I like it.
It's amazing that you're that prolific.
Well, yeah, well, the thing just came in. I don't know. It's just I've been lucky. I've been very lucky.
I don't think
Lucky.
I don't think
Talking
it's luck.
about
Yeah.
lucky. This guy studied a musical course that was supposed to take 8 years. And how long did it take you to finish that course, Pedro?
Well, courses are funny. Yeah, I took just 4 for that.
4.
But, yeah, but it's the official program in music here in Portugal. But the thing is,
It was a music course. You just put everything on fast forward, right?
Or twice as fast, yeah.
The thing is, the initial years, they explain the basics, and I just learned it faster, and there's the possibility for guys just to move forward, and the teacher just said, "Oh, this guy goes 2 years forward," or something like that. Well, that's it's not very rare. That's not very rare, but I do believe that getting a course or learning in a university is not. It's just. It's just the real start of
the basics.
It's just the basics. You don't know anything you do know, but it's I don't know.
It's true for every job, right?
I mean, it's stuff to learn.
University is just the check mark.
Right, that just gets you in the door, so you can actually start the real learning, which is the hands-on stuff.
Well, it depends on the type of course you did. Well, I kind of work more in the classical side, so orchestration and knowing like pen and paper composition, which was very good because I used to score stuff with my computers all the time, before and after. So it was a very good complement to what I already was doing, and I also, there's another thing I usually tell people when they want to go into scoring. Usually people like to do a one year course or 2 and then just start scoring. I would say that sometimes it's better for you to take your time to learn really well until you show up as a professional. Mm-hmm. I actually I started learning effectively in a music school at the age of 15. 15. So I finished it like around when I was going to 20 years old. And but to be honest, I only started when I was 26, 27 professionally. I took the 6 years to assimilate and just learn more. That's what I did.
Yes.
Real quick before we go on any farther, we have a couple little things that we're going to talk about tonight. First off, we have a giveaway of an Avenger that was donated to us by Shoots247. Shoots247 is giving us an Avenger giveaway tonight. It's a standalone without alpha or beta access, but it is a ship. It comes with an RSI Constellation Phoenix model and a MISC Freelancer MIS model. And it's going to be an equity raffle, meaning there is no prerequisite for it at all. It's just going to be available as a keyword raffle. So that's coming up later on tonight. Also, we have we want to talk about Mr. Sergeant Stockus, who is heading off to PAX Australia to meet with Chris Roberts, Sandy, and
Aaron. And now Travis Day is also confirmed he will be attending. So
we're gonna have Stockus down there. He is going to be doing all the interviews in a mankini and a cape. So that will what you keep changing it.
I'm gonna strap a koala there.
Okay.
Instead.
Yeah, drop bear.
Drop bear.
Yeah.
Well, I hope it doesn't drop too far.
Well,
they'll drink you under the table till the koala falls off. Right?
Yes, exactly. Also, if you guys are familiar, there's a questions. If you want to ask any questions of Pedro or us or anything like that, please just put them in brackets. Put question in between brackets, and Bot or Chat Monkey is going to grab them up. WTF, thank you so much for hosting us tonight. There was no more room on the cast, so unfortunately WTF couldn't be here tonight, but we'll have him back another time very soon. But he's here, so thanks WTF. I love your face. Let's see. Yes, that's it about the what's that? Oh, Trendane, what's up? Something else?
With regards to the questions,
yeah,
you only need to ask them once.
Oh yes. Please don't keep pasting.
I've already seen a couple of questions going in there twice. It's like, we will get to them, okay?
Yeah.
Just relax.
Yeah. All right, so let's get started. Pedro, can you explain to us what we're looking at? We have your desktop here. What is this piece of software that you're showing us?
Okay, so this is just one of my three screens. So it's the leftmost that has the arrangement window, and it's a software called Cubase. That's what I use for scoring, and it has my template for Star Citizen loaded, which is basically, let me show you. You have the full orchestra here. Like woodwinds, brass instruments. I will play some of them afterwards.
Yeah.
All the strings, and then orchestral percussion. And here in this, and I usually use this top part to play, drums, synths, stuff like that I want to use in the project that is not, permanently in the template. What's cool, and then let me see if I can. Wait. 1, 2. Let me just. Okay. Then I have it remotely. You can see here. I think you can see. Can you see this? And this is basically one of my servers. They are remotely linked. My computer. I have like 5 servers, a total of 176 gigabytes of RAM. So they have loaded
that's
all the instruments are remotely loaded, and they are linked to the main rig, which is then here. And so when I play an instrument, it's not being played by the actual computer. The information by MIDI goes to the server, and the server sends out the audio. But it feels very natural, and it works very well.
So needless to say, you'll never have a problem playing Star Citizen with that amount of RAM.
No, I think.
You need it, though.
That is not where your bottleneck is. No.
No.
I know.
Contact is such a memory hog. If you load all your samples in memory, I have 32 gigs in my machine. I mean, it'll take. You can keep putting RAM in there, and it'll just keep taking it.
Oh yeah, that's completely correct. If you know, it really takes a lot of RAM. I'll just show you, for example, the strings here. Sorry.
Most desktops.
So this is the strings mixer. Can you see it? So it has all the mics separated, and let's see how much RAM it takes. Just one instrument. If we, only the violins one take 1.5 gigabytes of RAM.
Oh, so that's why you have so much.
So 1.5 plus, this is still violins one. So we are 1.5 plus 0.7 plus 0.3. So yeah, it's almost 3 gigabytes just for the violins one. And you've got a lot of stuff in the orchestras too. So you really need a lot of RAM to play it. But it's good. It's good because I have. Sorry, just to say, it's good because I have in real time the orchestra. Right now we are hearing stereo, the stereo mix, but at the same time it's in surround as well. So with no up mixing or down mixing, which is important, to keep the actual sound of the orchestra. Of course, I have to mention this. This is just. For the mock-ups, not for the actual music that you'll hear in the game, which is scored by a real orchestra. But, it's important to have good mock-ups as well.
Can you send out, so once you've written the score for, say, like the violin one or whatever, you can then print that out sort of and give them the printout from what you're doing here? Or is that sort of another step?
No.
Okay.
That's another step, completely another step. So I try to do in here as much orchestrated as possible. But then to be played by a real orchestra, I actually have to go to a notation program, which there are several like Finale or Sibelius, and you have to write down everything. And it's different because for players there are a lot of stuff different stuff you have to write. So
there is no direct give it the MP3 file and it prints out the.
No.
You have to kind of do it by hand still.
You have to do it by hand to be very precise. If you want to be very precise, you can export the MIDI and then try to import there to make some stuff faster. But I prefer just to write it down. It's fast anyway.
Yeah, if you think about it this way, the orchestra that they're using is they do trailers and stuff, and when they see the music for the first time, that's the first time they've seen it. They're gonna play it that day, and they're probably not gonna play it again. They've got to have as much information in front of them as you can give them at the time that they're gonna play, so that they can actually just play. They don't have to be given too much direction as they're.
Yeah, completely. I don't have. I will try to show you, for example, a page. I'll see if I can find it quickly. Sorry. This isn't session one. Well, this is. Yeah, this is not the final score, but anyway, this is just this is for the main theme when I started, which has the notes. Yeah, just for you to see, it's completely different. Anyway. So this is how I work. That's it.
So
Go ahead, Kenjo.
Yeah, just real quick on the server. Is this something that you rent? Is this something that musicians do, or is this something you built yourself, or how does the server work?
No, the servers are next to the main PC. So you have the old PCs are in this area. They are actually in another place, so you don't hear the noise, but they are very near. And you have like a gigabit LAN that connects to the.
Did you buy it as a completed machine, or is this something you built, or?
Oh yeah, I'm a complete geek in terms of PCs. I love building my PC, so I buy each piece alone and I build it.
All right.
And no one builds better than me.
Exactly.
Locally, of course.
No, but it's true. That's the best part about building your own custom PC. You built it, you can fix it, you can change anything you need to.
Oh yeah, and the cabling, and you're very careful with the cabling and the heating and the noise and stuff that people usually don't care about, but you care.
Yeah. Real quick, I did forget to mention that we are going to be doing a world exclusive first tonight.
Oh yeah.
Would you? When would you like to do that? You want to do that, and then we could talk about it after that?
Yeah. I think we can do. Basically, is the Arena Commander music that you've been hearing, the theme that you've been hearing, the launcher, is actually a very small part of the theme for the Arena Commander. Basically, that's the only old sci-fi scoring that we'll probably have in Star Citizen, because we want to make a homage to the old school music that we had from the 90s, 80s, 90s. So I wrote the piece, started writing the piece, then I had to stop it to do other stuff, and then it has been finalized for some time, and I hope it will come out in the next patch. So next time you will probably in the future patch, when you open the launcher, you will have the full music for you to hear. So yeah, I feel it will be very cool if you could hear on this show. Let's show them.
I'll share it with you. While I'm going to do that, I'm going to mute you guys just in case somebody coughs or something like that. I'm going to mute Skype and no, see, Trent, no, see, you messed it up already. And I haven't even got started yet. But yeah, so I'm going to mute you guys, and then I'll be back after the music's over. So hang in there. Be right back. Okay. That was excellent.
Bravo.
Most excellent. So, Pedro, can you give us a bit of a tour of how you went all about that? And I mean, can you give us the procedure? What was your inspiration, or where do I start? Right?
Well, it all started with an idea. I was composing a music for the Arena Commander that was completely like modern music. And then when I saw the Arena Commander logo, and I immediately spoke with Chris Roberts and said, wait, whoa, this looks like, Wing Commander. It reminds Wing Commander, so maybe we should make a music that has that like a homage for that. And he said, oh yeah, let's do it. And the only thing he asked for was if we could make a nod, this very small nod in the start for Wing Commander, and then go on with the original stuff. Very, very small. So I started with that, and then the music jumps off. So inspirations, I really The Last Starfighter was one of my inspirations.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Superman.
Yes, people said that in chat.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
People were like, "That sounds like
so.
Superman." Yeah.
It's different, but it has some inspirations in there, and
It reminded me a bit of the old Battlestar. Did you have any thoughts there?
I don't know. I was not copying them. I was just trying to do my own thing. But one of the ideas I had with the melody is the usual for music. Like this is good. It's going like the root, the fifth, and then the root again, one octave above. And I said, well, I'm going to try to make it like a small twist in the melody, which is actually rarely used, and doing like the root, the fourth, and the root. So it's in another key instead of being like. It's like. It's always like this. So the melody was based on that, and then the rest, I don't know. I just kept doing it. I have no clue. I really have no clue. I just got inspired by seeing the images from the amazing artists at Cloud Imperium Games. Mm-hmm. The vision from Chris Roberts, which is great, and I love what he's doing. And the support from the community, which has been awesome, and the kindness of people for like you have been to me, and just all of that it touched my heart in some way, and that just came out. That's how it went.
Awesome. We have quite a few questions in the audience. Would we do you want to get started with those?
I think we should.
Yeah, sure. Let's make a short round of questions. Then let's talk about the race track.
Oh yeah.
And then let's move on with more questions. Yeah. And then let's end up with a small sneak peek of the actual Star Citizen main theme.
Yeah.
So, and I want to explain some stuff that's going on there, and I think you will like it.
All right. So, Trendane, can you ask the questions tonight? Will you ask the questions tonight?
Can I? Yes, actually. I just finished eating my popcorn, so.
And they say you're eating like a squirrel. And then,
yes, that's why I grabbed it. It was like.
Could you screen them a little bit too, just in case, so that we don't get a lot of the silly ones, because it gets paid. Yeah, screen them live.
Oh God. Okay, from Cyphera. Upon implement.
Wait, no, don't read this one.
Like I said, screening live, I'm going to get halfway through the question before I realize, no, not that one.
Second one's good.
Not that one. Let's go with the second one.
All right.
Sergey. Who are your favorite composers from the gaming industry? I'm guessing this is for Pedro, because my answer is Pedro.
Well, oh my God, there are so many great composers. one of the first names that come to my mind is maybe it's Frank Lepaki, scored Command and Conquer. He's a very, very talented person, a very kind person as well. Is Jonathan, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, sorry. Jonathan Vingegaard and something like that. I like his music a lot. I like Jeremy Soule.
Yeah.
I like his music. It's actually well done. Especially his ambient music works very well with the games, in my opinion. And well, I really can't name much. There are many that come to my mind, but I really can't think. I think each of them are very special in their own way. There's oh my god, there was someone that was on the tip of my tongue that I really like his last work, which is oh my god, Mick Gordon. I like his work. He's a very good one, a very good composer as well. And I can't remember right now more names, but I try. Okay. It's very embarrassing, very hard to tell.
That's fine.
Okay, so the next question is also from Sergey. And the question is, will there be metal soundtracks or metal things? Will there be heavy metal pieces in the soundtrack?
Well, there will be. I believe there will be pieces that will be inspired in metal for sure.
Maybe something from the Van Duel when they're attacking or something.
Exactly. So we're not sure yet how it will go, but and of course, Star Citizen is very big, and it's we still are not sure in every aspect how we'll do it. But I really have that in my mind. I want to do it. And I have scored, and I've done heavy metal, actually, so I can do it, and I want to do it.
Awesome.
As a related question, do you have types of themes you've already kind of sketched out for other groups, like the other aliens or the pirates or anything like that? Or
No, I don't have anything. As much I do have ideas in my mind, but they are now in the design process of the game, and I have to wait them. They are actually going very fast in that process, but I have to. They have to finish it and then decide what kind of music they have in their mind. And the dog is barking.
It's okay.
And so after that they will come to me eventually and hire me to compose. That's how it works.
Awesome.
With regard to the heavy metal thing, and specifically with the Van Duel, given the fact that they tend to operate in tribes, clan clusters.
Sorry, this dog is
okay.
I can hardly hear. Wait a second.
Yeah. The dog beatings will commence. By the way, everybody, while Pedro's assassinating his dog, we're going to be doing a giveaway later on tonight with Mr. Shoots 247 giving away an Avenger in a little while. So stick around for that. A little bit. Okay.
So what I'm saying is, given the clan, the fact that the Van Duel don't tend to operate as one large group normally, they tend to break up into small clans or tribes. It makes me think that you could do kind of a hybridization of heavy metal and tribal music mixed together that could be very, very interesting.
What it can be very interesting. I'm not sure if I have mixed feelings about that. I will either go that way or a mix of that with very piercing sound design sounds. I really want to have like a very like knives like razors sharpening your ears, but not in an unpleasing way, but that kind of stuff.
Dissonant sort of.
They had some like bits of audio associated with the Van Duel, like I think in the original the original trailer that he did for the Kickstarter, right? He had a lot of drum stuff going on.
No,
Do you know who
no,
did that music?
No, that music is licensed. Is not mine. I came after. I came into the project after the Kickstarter was already live. So that was not mine. I'm not sure who did it, to be honest. But you can make the question about the drumming. It had like a field drum. It looked like a snare drum with the snare off, and it had like but for what do you feel that would be appropriate?
Well, I was just saying that I thought that was kind of meant to be kind of representative of the Vanduul when they kind of came in, because I think it started up around the time you started seeing the alien ships, and I can't remember specifically though.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yes. Well, I think we should use that kind of percussion, but with some twist to make it less standard and more Vanduulish, in my opinion. Maybe that makes sense.
Yeah, I love the Vanduulish.
Vanduulish.
Since they don't breathe oxygen, whatever gases they do breathe may well transmit sound at a different rate of speed. So it would make the music sound different too.
Along the same lines, you have a lot of there's a lot of background for the aliens, like the Banu, right? They have a very Asian, Indian kind of influence, very mystical kind of a thing. You think almost, you look at them and you kind of think woodwinds a bit, I don't know if you've already started sketching these kinds of things out, but I can almost hear certain kinds of music when I look at some of the background art for like the Merchantman, where it has it landing on that cool, almost Tibetan kind of planetscape.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. I know what you mean. I also hear a lot of music in my head, but as I said, it needs to be finalized, and then needs to be or like made like they have to make a specific list of stuff, and then I will delve into it. That's how. And professionally, we have to wait. As much as I would like to start now, we have to wait for that.
Right.
See, when I think of the Banu Merchantman, I can see like a giant hookah, and then like one in the corner with a sitar with an electric pickup going through like a distortion box. And these some
That's
crazy.
That's a very cool idea. Actually, what I wanted to do is actually something near that, using some distortion guitar or electric cello or electric violin, and then making rhythmic patterns that will dwell with the percussion. I think that will rock. That will be
Electric harp.
Electric harp. Yeah, we'll see.
A theremin, yeah.
I know. I think
No.
Come on.
just when I imagine that scenario, because if you see the artist's concept work of the inside of the Merchantman, it just gives me that feeling that there should be a dude sitting there with some sort of augmented sitar, and there's this big, maybe not a hookah, but something similar, and they're just sort of chilling because they're pretty peaceful.
Wait. We can't do business until we get high first.
Right.
Exactly.
Like
the
pass
peace
the hookah
pipe,
around.
man.
Yeah, peace pipe.
The peace pipe.
Pedro's like, yeah.
You'll have to shave your beard. The Banu don't trust anyone whose mouth they can't see.
Uh-oh.
I'm not kidding. That's in the.
Trendane is our lore master, everyone, by the way.
I'll have to take my balaclava off or my.
Screw them.
So.
Let's keep going. We have like 400
Next question then.
questions.
From Lear to 2K, what are your favorite adventure genre game?
Monkey Island. I love it.
I was just thinking Monkey Island.
Monkey Island. As I said, I worked with the guy who made all the art for Monkey Island in a game that was released 2008. So it's been a long time. It's a vampire story. It's a really nice game. You should check it out. I really, really liked it. I think you would like it too, to be honest. It was very low profile, but it's a great game.
From where did it go? I saw it. Oh, from Sergey. Did you have a chance to listen to some of the fan-made music?
Yes, I did. I listen to everything that comes out, and some of it is really great. I really, really like it, and it's actually talking about fan music, and this will come after we talk about the racing. We might host a remix contest.
I was just gonna say that. Are they gonna do like the next great starship for music?
Well, that's a nice idea. Not the next great starship,
But next great
it will be a
star song.
remix.
Yeah.
The next great remix for the racing track. I think that will be
Great
very
idea.
neat.
Prepare for lots of dubstep.
Yeah, whoop whoop whoop. There's no wrong
I
whoop whoop.
promise I will not make dubstep. I promise.
I want to see you enter
promise
something.
I won't
here.
make
Race
dubstep.
mix. The
Lots of
next
beats
great
getting
race
dropped.
mix. I think that
Just call it the next great fanfare and go.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Next great fanfare.
And
But
to answer-
Delta, ask a
right.
question. How do you ask
That's
a
what
question?
I was just gonna answer that one.
Ask a question by just writing the word question in brackets and then write whatever question you want after that. That way our botters are usually here, but we don't have any room tonight for
Yeah,
him.
he's there.
No, what I'm saying is
Maybe-
he's not on the
Oh, yeah,
cast.
he's-
He's
He's in chat.
He's in chat.
Maybe this could be a good time for me to show the race music.
Yes,
it will,
yeah.
It will come out in bad quality because it's compressed through
recompressed,
Skype, but you get the idea.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Yeah.
You can see here, and then I will tour around for some of the sounds that I've been doing, especially regarding synths. Because last time I spoke with people. People were questioning about Synthesizer for Star Citizen, and I will have to tell them, since Synthesizer are really a huge deal for me. I love synths, and I want Star Citizen to have really great synth design, and that's grand. That's for sure. Let's hear it.
All right, let's do it.
just a little bit.
Awesome.
Very good. Awesome.
I have a technical question. How do you get it? Trendane's crying again.
this
It was a racing. Stop. It was racing. Trendane.
Shut up!
But racing is inspiring and
Yeah, it definitely didn't make me cry. But how do you loop it? So like, say like the race is lasting 15 minutes. That's not a 15-minute trek. So how do you get it to where it sort of lines up at the end and starts over?
Right now, we are still don't have the WWise engine, which we'll be implementing very soon, and that we will be able to create. The music will have more interactive layers. Right now, the loop when it gets to the end, but the music is 5 minutes long. It will not feel very loopy, if you know what I mean. It's quite long, so.
Yeah. Now, I was just wondering how it lined up at the end, if it was like a crossfade or if it just like started, stopped, or something.
You will have a perfect sync point, so music will just continue going. That's what it is right now.
So Racing is 0.9 is supposed to be coming out very soon, TM.
Yep. That's right.
Is that already in it?
Yep.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna be hearing that really soon ourselves. Awesome.
Oh, sure. And I want to talk about a little bit about the synth design.
Yeah, please do.
Which is actually very important. Oops, sorry. Well, not this one I wanted to show at first. Please, where is it? This one. I just love this synth. I love the design I did in this one. So it's really, I love it. It really has a Star Citizen feel to it. That's great for a lot of stuff.
With that echo, it kind of gives you that really deep space feel. It's
right. Makes you feel like there's a lot around you. Right?
Yeah, it's emptiness and void.
And this part, it was like this. So that's how it went. Another one that I really like is this organ synth, which has that second crescendo. I really like it. Really like this one. Nice, I like it. And then there are a lot of other stuff. Like traditional stuff.
It's very driving. It's just like really intense. You feel like you want to just go.
It's very, very evocative of.
There's a lot of stuff here. Yeah.
It's very, very evocative of like F-Zero and things like that, right?
Oh, there's something I really like about that. It's a guitar choir. It has like a distortion guitar but looped and. And then I actually played this with the kick using a sidechain technique. Everyone probably knows about that. And it sounds like... Yeah, see. So when you hear the whole mix, it's... Sorry?
Sorry, you said that's a synth guitar? Is that what you said that was? That background?
No.
That first instrument?
Actually guitar that's recorded and then looped. Sound like a pad, and right now it's auto saving, but I will show you. It gives like and like gives it a drive. It gives it a certain distortion. I like distortion. I love distortion. Not over exaggerate the distortion, but it gives a very nice vibe here. For example.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah. So the music is all done with the orchestra mixing with the actual sense. For example, when in this crescendo. Some synth here is out of place. Anyway, I must have screwed something. Anyway.
Pedro, there appears to be some people in the audience writing in Portuguese, but I can't read it.
Can you see this melody goes up? So, and then in the end, when it resolves, you can hear it.
That's awesome.
Well, anyway, what I will try to do is then export the stems of this thing, all in separate tracks, and then host a remix contest. I think we will do that. And so we will get all these tracks separated, and you can play around with that. And I think it'd be cool.
You think that?
Yeah, no, that was one of the things I thought when you were playing it. It had a lot of remixability potential, right? There's a lot of parts where you can kind of go different ways and things like that.
Do you think Chris would allow it in the game?
That's something that we have in mind right now.
Okay.
It's just an idea that we have right now, and the idea would be the winner to have it playing in actual. I would then master the track and then we would place it in the game. That would be very cool.
Yeah.
One of the things you need to have in mind is the kick here is not the actual usual trance or dance music kick. It's a bit softer because it's to be played behind you while you're playing the game. So otherwise it will be much more powerful. So it's a bit more.
Yeah.
It's powerful, but it's not that, that kind of stuff.
So that's to not overpower the sound effects and stuff, also, or
yes, completely. So
are there any other things you have to consider with regards to that? I mean, when you're designing a track for this background.
Yes,
other than
yes, this was a result of a very good teamwork with the lead audio designer right now, and that is working on the race. His name is Stefan Rutherford. Sorry, my tongue was a bit stuck. And we just I was doing one version, send him and test it out and see how it goes. We kind of smoothed out all the crescendos, which is not what you usually hear in the dance floor. You get a really big crescendo and then a big powerful resolution. Here I tried to smooth out a little bit so you don't feel those bumps so hard, but you actually feel stuff that gives you excitement to move forward. So it's kind of give or take. You cannot do it everything that you want. You have to tame down sometimes.
One second, real quick. There are people that because we're dealing with a global audience, and some people are having we're having a hard time with the time differences and everything. So we have a bunch of people showing up here right now, and so I feel bad that you guys missed the play. So later on, before we end the show, I will play that theme one more time for you. So if you're just getting here, stick around to the end. We're going to be giving a ship away as well. So while the ship raffle's doing the raffle part of it, we'll play the song again. So.
One quick other question: do you listen to any kind of the other game sound effects when you're composing a background like this?
Yeah, sure. The sound effects are very important. I always place the sound effects on top when I'm composing. I place the sound effects on top so I can feel how it will sound with the actual music. I feel that's very important. That's very important because. You will have certain regions of frequencies where the sound effects will dominate, and you have to be careful not to try to.
We lost Harris. It's okay. Keep going. It's pretty common.
Right. What as I was saying, you have to be careful with those areas of sound effects to make sure there's room for everybody to sound good, especially in a track that is like this, which is kind of heavy. This is a track. This is dance. You need more care or more careful work.
would you say that when you're talking to Stefan about the sound effects working with the soundtrack, that you would treat the sound effects of the ships kind of like another instrument in the track, so that it all...
That's something I really want to do, and he actually gave me some sound effects, and I actually use them a little bit in some of the percussive elements here. For example, what are them? I don't remember now, but I believe I use in this here. I feel I used part of a sound effect. It's very changed. It's not the same. It's morphed and pitched, but to sound like to have a link with the game.
Yeah, no, because also just towards the end of that clip, just before you cut it short, I swear I heard something like a Mustang V8 or something, just sort of like a. I know because I remember watching it around the verse. He said that he used some of that in there. He used Formula One. He used sports cars like V8s and Mustangs and stuff. And just in the very trail off of your clip there, just before you cut it, I swore I could have heard it in the music, and I'm like, oh man, that is so cool. But I could hear the Formula One though in that sort of crescendo as it was going up. You could hear, because I mean I'm a bit of a car nerd. I've worked in the auto industry for about 10 years, so. I could hear them. I'm like, I know that sound. I've been to Formula One. I've been to the Indy and stuff. So that was awesome. Really love it.
Thanks. Thank you very much. Also, there's this, which has sound effects included, not properly from the game, but sound effects that I have. And I morphed and one day to do. It sounds very cool with the side chaining. It gives a certain sense of wideness around you. I like that in music.
Yeah, it's really good. Really, really good.
Really, really good.
It really feels like it goes with a race like this, right? I mean,
thank you very much.
Not only for a race, but for a race that is taking place 900 years in the future.
Yeah.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Next question. Okay, this is from HMH GoSpot. And the question is, Pedro, how many and what instruments do you play?
I play piano, especially. I played cello for many years. I still play it. And those were the instruments. I played sax as well. These were the three instruments I were classically trained. At home, I pretend I know how to play some guitar and violin, but it's not very good. But it's useful for many simple but effective things like acoustic guitar, electric guitar, violin. But those are not my specialties. But it's good to know the instrument. If you know and you feel the instrument when you write for violins, for the string section in the orchestra, for example, it's very good when you know the possibilities that you can do with the instrument, so that in the session you can optimize the session time, because you can make a certain melodic part that is very easy to be played in a certain key, but very hard to be played in another key. So you have to think of that when you write the music, so that when you go to the orchestral session, the session musicians in the orchestra don't struggle to play your music. That you want to make them feel as comfortable as possible.
For example, if you want to play a nice orchestral piece in augmented H minor, yes,
what?
It's very important. Shut up, it works.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Pretend not to know anything about music.
I know everything about nothing. No.
Good. So the next question is from Sergey. Except for classical music, what types of music do you like?
I really like trance. I like gent. I like experimental synth music.
You can hear all those in the influences in the racing one for sure.
Jazz a lot. You can hear jazz in the organ I play because it has the groove. It does this part when you hear the organ coming in. For example, let me see if I can. Sorry, not the organ I want to. Not the organ I wanted to play. Where is it? Sorry, I was playing in the right. Yeah, here. See, that's very important because usually what you and I will change the music right now so you can hear the difference. Sometimes it's not about playing on tempo, so usually composers tend to play everything quantized to sound better, but it actually sounds worse. Sometimes, for example, let's hear this part. See, it sounds good. Now let's play with some groove, some jazz feeling. It has more groove. It takes you delay a little bit of the chord. Sometimes it's when you play certain instruments out of tempo, they are out of tempo, but they sync with each other in such a way that you create a more forward movement into the track. And sometimes it's that, and that's okay because that's what makes what just make great grooves working together. That's why when you hear music for example, from groups like Daft Punk, it really sounds very well, and you say, this is very simple. Why does it sound so well? Because no one is playing on the right tempo, but you're in a groove lock that is incredible, and you just feel like, whoa, man, this is groovy. This really sounds good, and that's important of jazz and swing. Have swing and have some groove in you. It's very important music, in my opinion.
All right.
From Superman Punch, what game do you wish you were involved with that you obviously aren't involved with?
A game that has been done or is still in production?
Either.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm really in the game I really want to be in. It's there are nice games out there, but none of them I feel the passion I feel about Star Citizen. So to be honest, I'm good as I am right now. So
that is a fine answer. From Tag C, never mind. Question is, what is Star Citizen? If you don't know yet, we're an hour and a quarter into this show, or an hour and 10 minutes or so into this show. If you don't know what it is yet, stick around. By the end of the show, you probably will. Or at least you'll know what the music is, which will be fine.
It's like WoW, really.
It is a WoW,
It's a WoW clone.
Yeah.
If WoW and Eve had a baby that was cool, this would be it.
And much better.
What ship are you looking forward to flying in the Persistent Universe?
before I answer that, I have to just say one thing. If the game I would like to have worked on was one of the games that already been developed, I would say StarCraft, because I'm actually a huge fan of that. I used to be a pro gamer in StarCraft.
Oh, wow.
I could make 200 actions per minute.
Oh, you're way faster than me.
That's really, I was really into that when I was very young. So really a hardcore gamer here. Anyway, ship. I really wanted to pilot the 300i. That was the first commercial I did. And I loved, I'm sorry to say, I really loved the music I did for that. It had a lot of...
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with admiring your own work.
I feel it's one of the most passionate commercials to me, or probably the most passionate commercials. It was.
I think we all loved it too.
It was scored in a very tight deadline situation. My first son was about to be born, and it just was very special to me. It's a very special moment in my life, and very special. So I really want to be in a 300i, which I have to say I didn't have it. And there was a gentleman who offered it to me a long time ago, before I even knew who he was. It was a Wolf Knight. So thank you, Wolf, for offering. I was really embarrassed. Like, whoa, man, this guy offered me a ship. Why is doing that? I didn't ask for it, and he just sent to me.
Welcome to the verse.
Yeah.
People throw ships around here like crazy.
Wolf's a great guy. He's very generous.
Yeah, and that was very very good to me, because it inspired me even more to work harder in the game. So I wasn't really, I was not expecting that, and it was very good.
From Emixia, Pedro, how do you decide the mood for your scores in Star Citizen, and what influences those scores?
I discuss with Chris Roberts what I have in my mind, and we just go from there. Of course, this is Chris Roberts' vision. I'm working to fulfill his vision, not only mine. What has been happening is that my vision is usually his vision, but not always, but most of the time. So that's really good. It's very easier that way. And I'm sorry, the second part of the question, sorry.
I've scrolled away from it, but the question, the other one was...
What inspires?
Yeah, what influences them?
Oh, they were influenced. I wanted something that felt like a sci-fi score, like in the future, but with a dark... I wanted to have a certain dark tone into it. Like, nothing is just... even this track, well, the racing track is a bit bright, but overall the music is has some of the elements from Batman, Dark Knight. That's probably color. The color I had in my mind when I was scoring Citizen. For the more action parts, for the non-action parts, it's I really have in mind music from. Just great music. Just great music. I don't know, from Ennio Morricone. But, it's not their language. It's actually my language. I don't think about it. It's just I compose the way I do, and it probably sounds more like Star Citizen, because I'm the one who started doing music for it. But that's my natural mood.
I would also say that one of the things to also remember about Star Citizen, much like Firefly, because comparisons are drawn between the two all the time, is that with both of them, you've got this entire spectrum of places where life is bright and beautiful and easy and wonderful, and you've got everything you could possibly want at your fingertips. And at the other far end of the scale, you are down in the dirt, in the mud, you are bleeding out somewhere in a hole, all alone. There is no light, there is no air, you are dying. And it is everything in between. That's one of the things I love about this game, is the potential for just an entire... what is that thing you paint on? Canvas,
yeah.
on which to just create any story you want. And I love that.
Yeah, completely. I agree with you.
I was just thinking about that myself when you were explaining how you're coming up with the music. I was thinking there should be some sort of like lonely music too, sort of like when you're out in space exploring, like some kind of almost melancholy, not so happy.
I don't know. I don't know if you heard. Melancholy. Well, melancholy probably is more for the story-driven parts, in my opinion. For exploration, we can make music that make you feel lonely, but fulfilling a dream.
Yes.
At least this is fulfilling a dream for me. So there was a music. I don't know if you saw the Planet Side art update video. It had some orchestral music. It's just a tiny bit of the music, but that's one of the tracks that I did. It's scored by a real orchestra, so you're hearing the real orchestra score there, and I feel it came out very well, and that's the kind of mood I want for when you're out there alone.
Yeah, I've always felt that with exploration music, I have an idea in my head of breathing. It's almost like breathing. Like you're gulping in huge amounts of just fresh air in just this large open space. I don't know. That's just kind of like this idea that I have in my head.
And the breathing. I'm sorry. I feel the Majesty of Space music I did really does have that breathing thing you're talking about. I will try to play it, just a small part. Actually, the music was placed by mistake in the previous build. It was called Majesty of Space or just Open Space, but it was completely screwed. I don't know how that happened, but it just went, the center mic of the orchestra. So it sounds terrible. Not at all what it was supposed to sound like. But let me show you where the breathing exists. Okay, let me...
By the way, while he's getting this set up, everybody, make sure you click on Pedro's Facebook link. We're trying to get him to 1,000 likes.
Do it now!
Do it now. We've got like 500 people here watching. Pedro needs all the likes everywhere. Go give him likes.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
yes, he does.
Yes, he
You
does.
be quiet. We're talking about you, not to you.
Yeah. Only click. Oh my God. Only do it if you actually like it.
No. We're holding them under duress.
Yes.
They have to.
No, that's right. Only click his like button if you like his music, and everyone in chat loves your music. So
otherwise, we wouldn't have 500 people here.
That's right. So everyone click it multiple times.
Don't click it multiple times because then it likes and unlikes and likes and unlikes.
No. Yeah, just spam.
Make a couple of Make a couple of alternate Facebook accounts and all like his music.
Mm-hmm. Take all of your alternate Twitch accounts over to Facebook and make alternate Facebook accounts.
While you're at it, go to Reddit. And no, don't.
Okay. I'm ready to show this.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank God. Okay, please.
I will have to use well, don't speak while I share this, otherwise you will hear yourself doubled. Wait a second. Okay.
Very Star Trek-y.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, this is very small, but you can see the tremolos that the strings are doing. Like, they were like, see, there was a wave, and like I like that. That's.
I was going to say, I'm getting a very oceanic feel from that.
Yeah, I feel the ocean. The space is like an ocean, like being in the ocean, like
a vast one.
Yeah, that's. In fact, space has wind, and so who knows? It has waves, but we cannot measure it. I don't know.
Do you see music?
Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, yes, I see music.
Do you see colors when you see music?
I see colors.
So, what is that called?
I don't know what it's called. I don't care.
What's that?
But I will.
Aphasic.
Well,
when it's something that's wrong with you that causes you to do that.
No, but there's people who can taste colors. There's people who can see music. Yeah, that's what I was just asking. It's
For example, for me, okay, this is a major chord, an F major chord, right? I will play the same F major chord, and it will have a completely different color to it. This is the same chord, so in theory, this is just the same thing, but it's not. Look at it. And. Or if you don't want to change the melody. and I will just change the notes, and it will sound different. For example, like this, and this. See, by doubling certain notes, even though you are in theory in the same thing, you're actually having a completely different colors in the music. And I feel that's the most important thing in orchestral music and music in general. Sometimes you feel like, oh, I want to make, a 1, 6, 4, 5. See? Okay, and you just do that in no particular order, and you can actually do stuff like that in a certain way that will sound more beautiful than, for example, if you do like. So I was doing like this. Oh, sorry. Oops. With something. Okay, I'm back in the piano. So, okay, I was like. One thing that could be useful would be like. Just playing around with piano. But you can see you can use the same chord, the structure, and do something completely different if you just distribute the notes in the right way. And so so that's very important to me. That's I'm trying to see here.
Synesthesia.
Yeah.
That's the word.
I was close.
Yeah, dysphagia, that's where you can't swallow, yeah.
For example, you can see here in this part with the organ. You can see the fifth is that in the repetition. It's kind of the same thing, but it has a different color. It's also in the spectral position, so it gives it a special feel. It gives a special color to it because it's distributed in a certain way. So it's fundamental, fifth, third. It has a more organic feel into it, and that's what I wanted in that specific situation. So there's a color, and I see colors when I do this.
Yeah, that's synesthesia.
It's
pretty rare. No, it's fine. It's I was just curious about it because
it's very weird.
It's a rare condition. Yeah.
Like my wife says, I'm a very weird person.
No problem.
Aren't all artists, right?
Right.
I mean, that's pretty common.
You're seeing the world with a different way.
Great artists, I should say.
Yeah, because there are some crappy artists out there that are just freaking strange.
Yeah,
but they're still artists, You still got that artist.
That's the drugs.
That is the drugs. All right, we got. Actually, no. Right now, let's stop just for a second. Okay. We got to start doing the giveaway.
And good night, everybody.
No. We got to start doing the giveaway
I still want to show you some part.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm not going to stop the show. We still got a half hour, but I wanted to start the raffle off so people have a chance to get in on it.
Sure. So, go away.
So we're
Good luck.
We're going to start the raffle, everybody. This is for a ship which was donated to us by Shoots247. It's an Avenger, standalone, without alpha or beta access. It's just the ship, but better than poking it out with a sharp stick. You also get a Constellation Phoenix model and a Freelancer MIS model, the little ones, not the full thing. And it's going to be an equity raffle, which means it's fair across the board. It's just going to be a keyword. And so all you got to do is type the word in to enter, and you have a chance to win it. You will be discussing with Shoots after the show, or after you win, how you're going to get it. He's going to send it to you in with, what do you call it there? On the RSI hanger, yeah. He'll send it to you via the hanger. So you'll have to PM him at the end on Twitch. While we do this, at some point too, I would like to play the thing one more time for everybody. Maybe we'll do it right before the end, or during the raffle's actual drawing part. All right, so I'm going to get this all started. You're going to see the keyword pop up on the screen. When the keyword pops up, this is not a DKP raffle, everybody. This is a straight up keyword raffle, so you don't have to worry about your DKP points.
You just have to be following Domo for the bot to pick you up.
Yeah, that's right. If you're not following, the bot ignores you, so please follow. All right.
Because that's free.
Yep,
that's free.
That's free.
And it should be noted that if you do like I did, and you go into the onto the RSI website, and you go to your account details and your subscription, and you go into your hangar, and it says that there's a Constellation Phoenix in your hangar.
I know,
Don't
right?
freak out. It just means the model. It doesn't specify that it's the model. I was like, where the hell did I get one of those? You know,
Somebody gave me one.
like, where is it? I don't. Oh, there it is.
But those models are freaking cool.
They are
though.
cool, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're really cool.
It's even more of a surprise when you're an Imperator and there's 2 models in your hand.
Right, yes.
Yeah, you're right. I could, what? 2 freelancer misses? Oh, they're models. God.
This is going to be a 20-minute raffle, everybody. So you got 20 minutes to get your stuff. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. May the force be with you, and the odds in your favor, and all that stuff.
No,
Well, the words and things, and just good luck. All right, sorry. Go ahead. Continue on with the questions and stuff.
I thought Pedro had
Oh,
something.
Pedro wants to play something. I'm sorry. Yes, Pedro.
yes, play away, Pedro.
Okay. Let's see. Where did I put it? Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, the chat's going to implode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it for the questions, I think. We're not going
Yeah, we're not
to
getting any more
this one.
questions.
We got plenty.
Shoot.
I will play a little bit of the Star Citizen main theme,
Oh, wow.
just the first phrase, and I will tell you something about it, which I think it's cool. Let's hear it. Sorry.
Oops.
Okay, it's so it's just I wanted to now I'll play on the piano, so you saw that.
Yeah.
I can't show more, but it will be heard at some point. But let me play on the piano. This is the melody. This is the main theme for Star Citizen. And one of the things I did in Star Citizen is that I included the Squadron 42 theme inside this thing. So at the same time, the violins play this. You get this. So you get like this. Sorry. Made a mistake. Let's start again. So it's like this. And if you do remember the old launcher theme, it is based on Squadron 42, and that's why the music started with a string. Remember that? So that was a quote from the main theme for the Squadron 42, which is included as a cello part in the first measures of the whole Star Citizen main theme. I feel it's a cool thing. Another thing is there's a third melody for the third thing that's not yet been discussed or told about, which sounds like this, and it's playing in the violas. Sorry. And you can hear, I will just play, it is heard in the very end of the main theme, in the choir. And I also have a very nice news about the choir that will be spoken about soon. Let me just play the big ending thing so you can hear that melody. Okay, I will just play this part.
That's killer. That's killer.
So that's the very final part of the theme. It's okay. So it's like in the same thing, the violas are playing. Sorry. Played all the three things are played when in the start of the theme, which is I will play one final time so you can try to hear it. You can hear the Squadron 42 in the repetition and the horns. Let's hear it. As you see, the main theme has all the three melodies played as one, as if I was saying the Star Citizen is a universe that incorporates Squadron 42 in it, and also a third theme which will be disclosed in the future for a very big thing in Star Citizen. But so that's something I thought about when I was composing, not just make a melody and harmony, actually make every part have a meaning.
Now we're all at Twitter with excitement here from the unannounced thing, right? But I gotta say that theme, I don't know. You just showed a small clip, but I already hit like a roller coaster of emotions there.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it was both, a lot of expectedness, and at the same time there was a very strong undercurrent of sadness to a degree and things like that. It reminded me a lot of the Dark Crystal themes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're right together there, Ken Shadow.
Oh. Did you start to get that little itch right across here and right across that you just want to grab a hold of a HOTAS and just take off and go.
Dude,
No, I had exactly the same thing. When you hear the initial full orchestra going, it sort of gives you that idea of, something very grand and something very, very hopeful, and like this is the beginning of something really epic. And I could sort of see in my mind just like a sort of a camera sort of just scoping over the largest cities of the UEE where everything looks all great and prosperous and fantastic. And then when Pedro played just the piano part, it had a very sad tone to it, as if all is not well in the universe, and that there's an underlying, exactly like King said, there's an underlying sadness, and there's this drama or this tension that's going on in the universe, and it's there, but it's just,
that's why I think the Firefly theme works so well, because it's it's kind of got that sad, it's like a sad undertones with it. What is that called, Pedro? I'm not a musician, so I can't speak to it, but the Beatles did that with some of their songs, like Eleanor Rigby. It's sort of a certain key, a certain different. Not octave. It's like it's a set of. What's that?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I really never. I don't think about recipes. I just actually the main theme is major chords. So.
Oh, minor chord.
Something that is interesting about about the harmony in Star Citizen is that you always have the F and the F sharp going interchangeably when I do chords. For example, it started with this F sharp, then it goes to E, then F flat, F normal. So it's all the harmonies that I do in Star Citizen are not the typical, they always have a relationship with the F sharp. That's like a geek thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's why everything has that. There's half tone. So one of the I like that. I don't know.
All right, we have a shitload of questions still to go. And before we go on to the next questions, yes, this will be up on YouTube, but I guarantee it, before it gets on YouTube, somebody's going to take this video VOD and stick it up on Reddit, so you'll be able to watch this before I ever get a chance to post it. So hang in there, everybody. It'll be back later. You can watch it again. Go ahead, Trendy.
Now we get to find out how good the content ID register.
Oh right,
really is.
It's all gonna. To God. It'll all be blocked.
If they content ID match on this, I'm going to be so pissed.
Riot!
Well, speaking of which, Pedro, if we want to put this up on YouTube, can I get your permission to post it, or do I have to get Chris Roberts' permission to post it, or like the music that's been played tonight? Because if I get your permission, I can.
I don't believe there will be a problem about the music, because the music that you hear is already in the Arena Commander,
right? And
it's played in the launcher, and everyone has uploaded everywhere. So
okay, that's fine. I just want to get.
I really feel it's okay, but we can just double check it.
Not a problem.
But it will be
and they wouldn't let us stream it if it was that big of a problem.
True. Yeah. Okay. All right, continue on there, Chendane. Just want to get that out of the way.
So that's kind of two questions out of the way right there, because Kiba had asked you sing, which clearly you do, and the other question was how large is the orchestra involved in each track, which we saw, so we can skip those two. And the question now is from Deep Titanic: what are your plans for using up-to-date electronica/dance music in the game, as well as orchestral music?
We just heard some, didn't we?
Yeah, for the racing one,
that's an answer then. So. Let's see. Okay, that's basically asked and answered too. And from the Snowed one, do you use Cubase or notation as well, or Cubase for notation as well, or do you have a preferred notation software, which I think we covered at the beginning of the show, didn't we?
Yep, I prefer Sibelius, and I use Cubase for MIDI stuff.
And the Twitchy Twitcher asks, can you tell us a little bit about your inspirations? What movies, games, musical genres do you draw from?
We already did that.
We already did that.
HMHGO Thwat asks for the Arena Commander, which music again, which we'll be playing later, I think. And according to Reverse the Verse, you're also involved with the sound effects for the racing. We kind of covered that as well. I swear we will get to a relevant question in a minute. Will there be a space radio that I could tune to and listen to some music while I'm traveling?
Oh yeah. Go ahead, the plug, Chandane, do the plug.
The bass. Yep.
The bass.
The bass.
Oh, right! Which, according to some of the feedback we've been seeing in Skype, apparently maybe none of this music has gone out. But anyway.
Oh, really?
Well, that's what I think Relum was saying earlier.
It's not going out?
No music on the bass is what he said. Anyway, so you will be able to listen to
The Bass,
which is radio.starcitizenbase.com if you want to listen to stuff, which I'll be on the Friday night show tomorrow. Anyway.
And Chris Roberts has answered questions in the past about this. They're trying to work out radio stations in the actual verse themselves. Yep.
Not that hard to implement, believe it or not. But how they get it in the game is another thing.
Yeah, about radio. I really, I believe when you're playing the single-player missions, you probably will prefer the game music. I feel that will give a better immersion. But if you are just, traveling around,
space trucking,
I feel, just space trucking, it makes perfect sense to have music just to be played there. So yeah, that's what I feel about it. I personally like to hear 20s music or 30s while doing some crazy stuff.
From Dragon Rider 42. Hi from Portugal. Squadron 42 will Squadron 42 have different music than Star Citizen, or will it have the same soundtrack?
No, it's it's a different kind of sound.
Military kind of.
It's more. What I do have in my mind, and that's something that Chris agreed in the beginning, it doesn't mean it will be like that in the end. We're not totally sure. Music will tend to be much more orchestral only in Squadron 42, like a film score, like a epic film score, but without, gimmicks or that super cool percussion, just orchestra mainly. And for Star Citizen, music will be much more varied and more modern, like with synthesizers, with modern percussion, sound effects, etc., stuff like that.
So with the amount of time we have left, I figure we could do two more because this one will be really easy, and the other two will be combined into one. From Frankie76, can we have a Pedro for music for every segment of StarCast from now on, please? I think the answer is no. We can't have them every time we do this. So I'm going to combine questions from Smogfire and from Thanric, and basically they equate to when the hell does this music CD come out and when can we buy it?
They want to throw money at you, Pedro.
You can buy it now, right?
Well, you have to
it's
tell.
Not finished.
It's
well,
not
you can buy it on the website.
Oh.
Yeah, but you can't.
It's $15, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's you have to email Chris and say, "Get more music," so we can have a larger soundtrack. I really want. And I'm joking, but yeah. Well, it's. I hope when it gets done, I really hope it will be a neat thing. I really look forward to have. We will not have all the music in the soundtrack. I would prefer to curate the best tracks and actually make a special edition that will fit well in a CD to listen at home. I like when that happens in a soundtrack that I buy. The music is selected so it can be pleasing when you're driving at home or driving in the car or something like that.
But there are a lot of artists who may compose 50 or 60 tracks, and then they have to kind of cram that down to 20 or maybe more tracks. having left out a lot of other really good tracks that they may have otherwise included in there, would you maybe release different versions of the soundtrack that maybe have other tracks that aren't on the initial CD? Or maybe I thought even they could load the entire soundtrack onto the USB sticks.
Yeah,
good idea.
I feel the whole soundtrack will be available, but I believe the main CD will be a curated thing, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So
all of the tiers that come with the physical CD also come with the digital, I think, on the website.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the digital would have everything, but then the CD would just be a select.
I don't know. I would prefer to the first CD number 1 of the soundtrack would have a curated selection, at least that, and then the rest will have more, just the full thing, but in an unorganized way. So you can, I want music to inspire, music, to be peaceful at home, music to be driving. I hope it kind of gets separated that way, so you're not listening to a music that is very calm and then, oh my god, something is attacking me. That will be very weird.
Driving along, listening to the main theme, and then all of a sudden the racing track comes on.
Sitting there rocking your baby to sleep.
The FanDuel theme comes on, it's all screeching and metal.
All right, guys, it is time for the giveaway. While we do this, can I play the theme one more time? All right, and then so we're gonna hang on, everybody. We're gonna play the giveaway. We're gonna play the theme, and we're gonna do the giveaway. We actually started about 15 minutes late, so we still have about 10 minutes left.
This is the Arena Commander theme.
Yep,
the Arena Commander. The Arena Commander theme, yeah. It's just not the Star Citizen main theme.
No. Yeah, the Arena Commander theme. Yep.
That is already on the launcher, just a bit extended.
Yes. All right, be right back. I'm gonna mute you guys, and then we'll do the giveaway afterwards. Be right back. All right, we're back. Everyone still there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I'm
Pedro,
here.
can I quickly ask before we move on with? Are you a fan of John Williams?
Oh yes, big fan, of course. I'm a fan of him, and the composer that inspired John Williams, and I actually studied the composer that inspired John Williams, which is also important. For example, the Holst in the composer was a composer that in the early 1900s he composed a suite which is called The Planets, and that's what, if you hear that, you will hear John Williams in there. And so I really like John Williams. He's really an incredible artist, an incredible composer.
Yeah. They both like those big horns, like the heavy brass sections. It really brings a lot of weight too.
Yeah, I like it. I love it. I love it.
All right, real quick, guys, we're going to do the giveaway, and then we can go back and continue talking. We still have a few more minutes to chat. I just want to do the giveaway because it is time. All right, this is for an Avenger ship without LTI or anything. It's just a ship. And it also comes with a Connie Phoenix model, and an MIS model. This is donated by Shoots247. So when this is all done, Shoots, if you're still here, I hope you're still here, say something in chat so that everybody can click on your name and you can send them the information. All right.
He's still here.
Here we go. Good luck. May the odds be in your favor. Robert756. You have 1 minute, Robert756, to claim your prize.
There it is.
Hey, he did a happy face. Congratulations, Robert756.
Woo, good job, Robert.
You have just won stuff here on the cast. So thanks for coming by and playing along.
And now he gets timed out. Damn it, Domobot.
Oh.
Or Nightbot.
Well, no,
rather.
it's because
Sorry.
he's using symbols.
Yeah, it's okay.
all.
But I saw it.
Right.
So,
It's okay.
Robert756, you have to contact Shoots247, and you guys work it out he's going to send you the ships and the toys and all the fun stuff. All right. So, Pedro, did you have anything else you wanted to do directly, or do you want to go back to the questions?
No, I think I've covered mostly everything.
Let's ask a few more questions and turn in just a few more, and then we'll let people...
It may be Shoots 247, but the S got cut off, so it's Hoots 247. And the question is, what was your first breakthrough in the music industry?
My big achievement probably was when I was hired to write a requiem for a queen, a former queen of Portugal that died around 700 years ago. And it's very famous. She has a very deep love story, which is Inés de Castro, and she has been the subject of composition from many composers throughout the centuries, from all over the world. But then there was never a composition made in Portugal that was a requiem. There was no requiem for her ever, and the Portuguese government. They were looking for a composer, and I got like a cold call, like saying, "Hey, Pedro, you will write the first requiem to our historical queen, like the most important thing." And I was like,
"Wow,
you must be kidding, right?" And it was something like that. I thought they were kidding, but they were not. And I composed it, and it was really successful, and everyone really liked it. And that was probably one of my tickets to be able to score Star Citizen.
Wait a second. Did we break it already? Hold on. We have to check.
It's
being StarCast pass. Yes.
Oh.
StarCast is going to PAX Australia.
Yeah.
He has hit his $2,000 goal. He's actually at 2006.
God damn it.
There you go.
Make love to every one of you.
Yeah, we got to get in line. There'll be lots of love making going on.
And it will be, or what might be easier is for you to just lay down and we will line up.
It's just one poke each. Congratulations, StarCast. Awesome. Thank you, everybody.
thank you, or everyone want to thank you all personally. You are all fantastic and wonderful people, and I wish to, if any of you are in chat that are going to be at PAX, I want to see you, shake your hand, grab your bite, have a beer. It's going to be a great time. We're going to have lots of fun.
In that order.
Yep. Oh, it looks like you're up to 214 now. Let's see. Everyone's
The beer
just still
might actually
throwing
come
money
first.
at you. Keep throwing money at him. He has to buy. We want him to get some like Star Citizen wigs and other fun things down there. So.
That's only the money to get him there. Now we need to get the money to get him back.
Oh wait, he's gonna
StarCast goes to PAX Australia cosplaying as Sandy.
Yes. Would you dress exactly like
please,
Sandy?
No. Oh, he's got
see
the
that?
Australian flag.
You could be naked
got the
underneath
flag.
it. Yeah.
Just get a wig and the flag, and you're golden.
He doesn't need a wig. His hair is longer than hers is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
He's not going on vacation. This is hard work. He's going to be down there interviewing Chris Roberts and Sandy. You know how hard it is to interview Sandy? I mean, this isn't easy.
Okay, so next question.
Yeah.
Before we start talking about hardness and Sandy, with most of the guys in this chat here. From Boil Down, since Boil Down is throwing a fit that I didn't actually ask.
All right, ask his question.
Okay, it didn't actually throw a fit, but he just mentioned it. Anyway, so according to today's Reverse the Verse, you're also involved with sound effects of the racing. The racing is in atmosphere, though. Do you know if they're doing different or altered spacecraft sounds in space? Oh my God, sound in space! Rather than sounds in an atmosphere.
That would be a beautiful question for Stefan.
I was going to say, no is a perfectly acceptable answer.
Speaking
to
of which, before we...
I really don't know. I really don't know, but I believe it will be kind of the same. I believe it will be kind of the same. So in space, the sound will look as if it was in an atmosphere. That's what I believe.
Hey Joe, will you be able to work out a time to bring Stefan on? Because you said he really wanted to come on, but it was just the timing was bad.
Sorry.
Weren't you saying that tonight you were going to have Stefan come on?
Oh yeah, Stefan Rutherford. Yeah, he wanted to be here, but he couldn't.
Could we do this another time, maybe in like a month or two, and try to have him come on? See if we can organize it.
Oh yeah, I think you should, because he's been working very hard to increase the sound effect level of Star Citizen, which we all know it has been a concern. That concern is not because there is a lack of skill or a lack of quality in any of the professionals that Cloud Imperium Games have. They are all very highly skilled and very talented and really a really huge amount of experience. The thing is that the engine that is being implemented by the programmers first. That's why we are in pre-alpha, and only after the engine is actually well implemented, the sound effects can work to its full extent. So that's it's something that took a bit more time for the programmers to do, but it really is nothing. And I'm still, even though we're still using the old engine, I know he's trying hard to come up with solutions that will sound good for now. But after the new engine comes in, it will sound much better, really. If you hear the trailer, the racing trailer from Gamescom, which had just roaring engine sounds, which sounded great, you will know the kind of quality you can expect on the game.
Yeah, people are being really too picky right about it now because the game's not even technically out yet. So give it some time.
Not even technically, it's not even close to out yet.
By the way, thank you, Wes, for coming over. The Romantics is here, everybody. Wes from the Hall Truth. Welcome Wes.
Romantics.
And welcome, Romantics. Thanks for rating. Big hugs to you guys. How about one more question? Let's do one more.
Okay.
Pick a good one with lots of...
Pick a good one. Oh, God, you're so demanding.
And by the way, thank you very much for everyone sticking around. I know the prize has been drawn, and I can see the numbers, and they're still, the same. Even higher. Thank you.
It has gone up, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm debating between these two. Okay, we'll go with X Metal Health X. And the question is, have you considered using acoustic music instead of electronic sounds?
Of course, I've already used orchestral scoring is acoustic. I believe that he's mentioning like drums and other acoustic sounds. Well, if you hear the next commercial, the M50 commercial, the music has many acoustic elements like drums. I play them, so part of it was MIDI, part of it was me playing it, and about acoustic guitars, yeah, definitely we'll have that merge with other stuff, but definitely. So don't worry. Also, there will be zones in the world where I can imagine that will sound like completely ethnic instruments. There will be no synths at all. So yeah.
Didgeridoos everywhere.
Oh my God. 620 people are here. Whoa.
Because they love you, Pedro.
They love you, Pedro.
Bro.
Remember to go and click the like button on Pedro's
Facebook could somebody
page.
please post Pedro's Facebook page, please? Pedro, we need to get Pedro to 1,000 likes. We demand it.
Only if you actually like the music.
They all like you. That's why they're here.
We're at 722 right now.
We're at 722. Come on, guys. We only need 300
guys, pick
more.
it up.
Yep. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. All right, yeah. All right, let's go around the room real quick. Say goodbyes and hugs and kisses and everything, and peace out. All right, so let's see. First off, Mr. Perfect, where can people find you? What can they know about you?
So, if you want to find me, you can find me at Perfect Nerd on Twitter. You can find me at Perfect_Nerd on Twitch. I'm currently not streaming right now because I'm working my ass off, but I will be back sometime eventually. I keep saying that, but really it's true. My work goes in cycles. And right now I'm at the crest of a cycle. So yeah, I'm around on Twitter. Follow me. I am actually now back to writing music, thank God, because I no longer have to teach a database course, which was taking up a ridiculous amount of my time. So yeah, look forward to some stuff soon.
All right.
DM.
Stackers.
Yes, hello, I am Sergeant Stackers. You can follow myself on Twitter at Sergeant Stackers, or here on Twitch, Sergeant Stackers. I want to thank every one of you for coming and helping and supporting me and supporting us and supporting Pedro. You are all wonderful, lovely people. I love the Star Citizen community. We can get things done. We can do it to the stars, people. But yes, I'm going to be covering this for PAX Australia for the guys here, interviewing everyone, and I love you all and your butts.
Ken Shadow.
I'm Ken Shadow most places. You can check me out on Twitter and obviously here on Twitch. I don't really stream a whole lot, but whatever. And my Star Citizen pirate blog, which is dreadcitizen.com.
Dreadcitizen.com.
Any bits of pirate information I find, I post up there, so check it out.
All right, Mr. Pedro.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where can people find you?
Pimp yourself out, Pedro.
This is the pimp out time.
Yeah.
I'm bad. I'm really bad at doing that.
I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you.
I'm just good at showing music. But, well, thank you very much for everyone for being with me, and it was a pleasure. And thank you guys. You're awesome, and that's because of all of you that you inspired me and make me want to do more and better music. Thank you very much. From the bottom of my heart, you're awesome. Everyone's awesome. Here in the community, as you said before, it's really great.
Well, I can speak for everybody here that you're an absolutely fantastic guest, and I will love to have you back anytime you want to come on. Just say, hey guys, next week I'm doing something new, and I'm going to be on the show. You're here. You have carte blanche with the StarCast.
Okay, thank you very much.
Not a problem. Okay, everybody, I think it's about that time. Let's get the F out of here. I got to get out of here before we hit 2 hours so I can actually put this up as a VOD. So,
did we miss Trendane?
Did we? Oh my God, Trendane.
We did.
I'm sorry.
You went from Ken Shadow to, and I was like,
oh,
what? No, seriously, I'm trending everywhere. And for those of you who were congratulating me on the whole...
Yeah, I was going to say that. I totally forgot it. Sorry.
Good job.
Don't
MVP.
worry about it.
MVP
on Around the Verse. Thank you
Yes,
very much.
MVP this week for Around the Verse from Trendane.
Did not
We
give
wanna-
it cool. I've been doing that for a year. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah,
god,
right.
are you kidding me?
A full year. That's awesome.
And who else do we want to thank, Trent?
I don't know. Oh, right. Yes, I do.
The bass.
The bass.
Being
you.
simulcast
The
on
bass.
bass. Love all the guys over there. We thank them for tuning in.
This will be a VOD available on YouTube, and if I can get it to work on Twitch, it will. Hopefully we don't get blocked because it's got music, I hope. If not, I have recorded it locally, so we should be fine. So we should be fine. One way or the other, we'll try to get it out there. But thank you, everybody, for being here once again, and I will see you all next week. Remember, everybody, it's nice to be important,
Bye.
but it's more important to be nice. See ya!
Bye.